DaVinci Resolve is an awesome video editor for Mac, for PC, and for Linux. So in this video, we're gonna run through a complete tutorial for beginners with everything that you need to know, all the key features, and a ton of video editing tips to get you cutting videos like a pro fast in DaVinci Resolve. Hey, it's Justin Brown here from Primal Video, where we help you grow an audience and scale your revenue with online video. If you're new here, make sure you click that subscribe button, and all the links to everything we mentioned in this video you can find linked in the description box below. So let's jump into it. Now I've got to tell you, this is one of our most requested videos. DaVinci Resolve has actually taken out the top spot in several categories of our best video editing software reviews for the past few years, both on the PC and Mac side of things. So if you're interested in checking out our latest roundup of best video editing software, then I've included links to those in the description. But in this video though, we're gonna fast track your editing with Resolve. Whether you're brand new to it or whether you've been using Resolve for a while, I'll be giving you a full tutorial for beginners with everything that you need to know, all the key features to be aware of, plus a ton of pro tips to help you maximize your efficiency along the way. Now, the fastest way to edit your videos down in the most efficient and effective way is to follow a streamlined process. So throughout this video, I'm going to be sharing with you our Primal Video method process, which is the fastest and the most efficient way of editing your videos down with minimal wasted time and rework. So I'm going to be taking you through these steps in this video, but at the end, I will link to where you can download your copy of the Primal Video method to follow along while you're editing your videos, no matter which video editing software you're going to be using. Okay, this is the first thing you'll see when you open up DaVinci Resolve. This is your project manager window. This is where you can open up existing projects that you might already have on the go, or you can start a new one. And you can sort them in here by adding folders as well. But for now, we're just gonna go new project, and let's call this Justin Edit, and we'll go create. So this is the DaVinci Resolve interface, and the first thing to notice is down the bottom here, you have these different areas of working, or different workspaces. So you've got your media, you've got your cut for basic edits, you've got your edit area, which is where you're going to do the bulk of your video editing. Fusion here is really your special effects and motion graphics and all of that kind of stuff. Next one across is color. This is where you can do all your color grades, color correction. Fairlight is for all of the audio stuff, and all of your pro audio tools are in here. And deliver, this is where you have control over exporting and rendering out your video projects. So typically with any project, you're going to work from left to right. So we're going to come back across to the media area here. Now, just before we start bringing in all of our footage and video assets, the first thing that you want to do is to make sure that your project is set up correctly. So you want to come down the bottom here to this settings button, and then this is where you can configure all of the settings and everything for your video. The main ones that you want to change in here are your timeline resolution. So you can see here we're currently set to Ultra HD. For this one, we're going to go to 1080p, 1920 by 1080. You can then select your timeline frame rate. For us, the bulk of the footage that we're going to be using today is 25 frames per second. So we're going to set this to 25. But it's likely you're going to be selecting 24, 25, or 30 based on the footage that you're going to be editing. And whatever you select here for timeline frame rate, you want to make sure that you're selecting the same one down here under playback frame rate too. And likewise for the next one down here, video format, you want to match that again. So we've got 1080p 24, or we're using 1080p 25. So we'll want to pick here 1080p 25. Now, obviously there's a lot of other settings in here we can go through. We're not going to have time to cover them all, but just cover off the main ones that you need to get you going. So now that you've got your settings in there, if you do want to save a preset, just come back to presets, hit save, give your preset a name. So we can go 1080p 25. And go OK. And we've now got all of those settings that we've applied saved as this preset. So next time we just can come back in here and load this preset. Okay, so we can close out of this now, and we can come across and start to import our video footage. Now, as with any video editing application, there's lots of different ways to do the same thing. My personal preference is to come down to the media pool here, right click and choose import media, and find the footage that you want to import. So we could go footage, camera 1, camera 2. If you hold down Control or Command, you can select multiple clips and hit open, and they will be imported. Or the other way that you can do it is you can literally just drag and drop. If you've got a folder like we do on the desktop here, we can drag this folder into the media pool, and that will import all of those clips into our project for us. So you can see the footage that we just brought in. We've got two files, camera 1 and camera 2 off one of our YouTube videos. We've got two music tracks here, and we've got some B-roll or some overlay footage of the Elgato Stream Deck. So now that we've got all of our media in, or our video assets in, the next step is to start cutting that down.